Hello and welcome to the Shield and Dagger Podcast. I am JoshNebb and I am joined by my two lovely co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Lord Blackwolf 13, lovely co-host extraordinaire.
And the even more lovely co-host,
KattheHatter.
Boy, that's insulting! I feel hurt! I'm a very lovely...
The brilliant Lord Blackwolf.
I think you should be more insulted that you were lovely.
I feel pretty! Oh, so pretty! I'm the crazy one tonight, apparently.
You're lovely and it's a good thing. He calls you lovely and we have to go see a counselor. So,
Hey!
you know,
Oh.
just saying.
He's quite dashing, if I might say.
Yes, but you start calling him lovely and we're going to a counselor.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is what happens when we let you do the little start bit
I'm
there.
sorry. Do you have the lawyer on the line yet?
He's listening now.
Okay.
He's ready to, do what he needs to do to protect my back end.
So, I think we're all ready.
Yes.
What are we in for tonight?
I feel like this is a 10-year sentence.
It
I
is
don't
a
know what
10-year
crime I
sentence.
did, but I don't
You
feel like
shall
got the
suffer
proper jury by trial by jury. But
Yeah, we don't give those away
Don't
now.
worry, we are definitely a jury of your peers, I swear.
they'd have a hard time. I'd hate to have a jury of my peers. They'd be too critical. I wouldn't stand a chance.
This is true.
Yes,
you
quite true.
would not survive.
I need the hatters. I need a bunch of hatters for my jury.
Why? It's not like I'm gonna go easy on you just because you're you. I will follow the law, and it will be good. I will be
Good
a
point.
just
We
person.
need a jury of JoshNebbs, undecisive. He could be
Hey!
guilty. I don't know.
I might be mad as a hatter, but I follow the law.
He might
This
be guilty.
this would be JoshNebb's statement. Guilty is guilty so long as it's guilty. Unless it's not guilty,
Yes.
then he's
Yes.
innocent.
Ah, these laws you make up, they're worse than me, and I'm mad.
That does remind me, before we go any farther forward...
Are we
I'd
sure
like
we're
to
going
introduce
forward?
Yes. Our fourth co-host, you won't be hearing very much from this little cutie, though. It is
Bacon!
the Pig!
Bacon the pig!
Oh,
Bacon,
Bloody
the
hell.
little teacup pig.
That sounds terrible.
It's sitting
Bacon
right
the
in the middle of
pig.
the table. Such a little cutie. Oh.
doesn't sound any more.
Okay.
It sounds less intelligent than the pig on Naruto Shippuden.
Leave the piggy alone. Goodness.
It's so bad, but good.
Poor Bacon. Okay. Lord Black Wolf. Mr. Black.
It's the worst
Mr.
name
Wolf.
ever.
Wolfie. Please tell us.
You don't
what
call me
are
Wolfie.
we-
You don't call me Wolfie.
Can
What
I
are
call
we-
you Wolfie?
No, that name is reserved.
Oh, I think I should be able to call you Wolfie.
No.
If we put up with you, we should be able to call you whatever comes to mind.
I put up with you two just as much, so are you sure you want to institute those rules?
Yeah.
You
I think
already call me
different
weird
will
things,
come
so...
What do you mean? Silence is golden, Hatter.
Yeah, let's avoid this one.
I'm gonna ignore this statement now.
Anyways, right, so, I've got actually a very interesting challenge here that, Kat actually issued me.
Oh no, what did I do? What did
Yeah,
I do?
you...
To her?
Well, it is gaming related. I believe it was in either the first episode or the second episode. It's clearly not in the third episode since this is it. I'm psychic.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I'm
issue me a
psychic.
challenge, but I've already prepared for that challenge you're gonna issue, so I'm introducing it now. So then when you challenge me, you realize, wait, you already discussed that. I look like a fool now. That's my evil plan. No, it's a challenge you issued in one of the episodes. I don't really know. I can't even remember what days we recorded those on. I have a hard enough time with that now. But, yeah, I fulfilled the challenge that you presented regarding a game. So, what else do we have going on here? What are you guys doing?
Well, mine is gonna be a surprise.
I don't like
because-
surprises when they come from you. Surprises
It's
are
more
dangerous.
dangerous.
And I'm going to be doing Cat's Anime Corner. Again, like always.
No!
It's
No!
a thing!
It's a thing. I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm going to get
Can-
t-shirts and everything
I
later
think what-
on, and it will be called
Hey,
Cat's
I
Anime
actually have a logo. Did you see the banner I made you for that?
Not yet. But
You
I will
should
look
check
at
it out. It's in the Shield and Dagger
I've
folder.
been busy, but I shall.
JoshNebb, you should take a look at it right now. It's perfect.
Okay.
I'm
I will
terrified.
take a look at this.
I'm terrified to see what you
It
have
fits
come
the
up
show's cover art. You've seen the show's cover art, haven't you?
with. Yes.
No. I have not looked at your artwork yet.
You
We're
have not looked
ignoring
at my
your
art.
artistic ability.
We've been in this for like
You're
3 or
just
4
like-
weeks, and I've not looked at any of it.
You know, Black Wolf, you're just like a real artist. You're ignored until you're dead, so...
I feel honored.
Yeah, see? You shouldn't be insulted. You should be honored.
I am honored. I will not receive any credit until years after my death when they say, "We wish there was more of him in this world."
See, there you go. Until then, your artwork will not be appreciated, so get used to it.
But yeah, the podcast art is just...
Oh, it's so cute.
I
The
gotta get
podcast art is amazing, isn't it?
Load.
Anyways.
Just describe it to you quickly. It is a kitten coming out of a banana.
What? It is not.
It is. And there's
And-
the character Akame got killed. Well,
That's
is it Akame?
It's
From
just
the show,
Akame.
Akame got killed. And she's
Why?
really, really happy.
She snuck into the photo again.
Yeah.
I've made it my goal since she
No,
sneaks into this podcast. Since she's gonna sneak into every single podcast,
You
I
know-
also have her sneaking into the art for everything.
You cannot put her into a Cat's Anime Corner just because you want to make a point. No.
It does.
Point.
manage
It looks
quite well.
good. It looks
Take
good.
a look before you judge.
Exactly. You are so judgmental. Not everyone. I realize not
I'm loading
everyone
it
can
right
be
now.
as wonderful as I am when it comes to that. But
It's cute except for the Akake Gamba Blally.
Akame got killed.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't watched this one, so I don't know how to say it. It's cute except for that. That needs to be removed. That's not Cat's Anime Corner.
that is Shield and Dagger Podcast,
No,
as
that
well as Shield and Dagger Craft.
that is
JoshNebb,
not
you know
Shield
all
and
about
Dagger.
that. You know all about her
At
appearing
the
in
same
that
time,
mod
though,
pack.
I think if you can change, if you can take that image and turn it into a representation of cat, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I was
You don't have to
tempted.
make the skin any whiter.
Ha 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 ha.
I was tempted to try and put a cat on her head in it, but that didn't quite work out.
Just a suggestion.
I'm not a
Well-
master at this, okay? I'm not.
I know, but you took the time to animate in this little anime character, which I don't know who this is, and I don't care. Not a part of my corner.
I thought your corner was 90 degrees.
It's a wide arcing corner.
Your math jokes are painful, just so you know. Very painful.
Sorry.
It sounds like she's going off on a tangent. Good.
Oh, sick burns.
Viewers, save me.
A long time ago, in a faraway land, during a podcast hosted by a genius, a JoshNebb, and a Hatter,
Yay! I'm included.
Woohoo!
there was a challenge issued to the mighty Lord Blackwolf. A
Okay.
challenge he took
Is this the challenge that you were telling me about before?
exactly.
No.
Dun dun dun! Alright, so your challenge was find a game I can play. I being you, of course, Hatter. And I have done it!
I'm very scared to see what you come up with. 'cause
I
it's
have
either
found a
really-
game
wait, it'll either
that
be really insulting to me, or it'll actually be a game, and I will be surprised. But I'm
All of
betting
the
on
above.
Insulting.
No,
I
it is
think
all of the above.
It's gonna be
Wait.
insulting. Is
It's
what.
bad.
There's an insulting part, I won't deny it. But,
You guys are
it-
so mean.
JoshNebb, you know this game. You played it with me. You really liked it. I was kind of disappointed with it. But
it's quite disappointing.
You don't even know what it is yet.
I do know what it is.
Alright, what is it?
It is Puzzle Pirates.
Wrong! I love that game, though.
Really?
No, I was disappointed with it, as with this game. You were disappointed with Puzzle Pirates because you can't do puzzles, so
I'm not
there.
good at puzzles.
No, the game is City of Steam Arcadia.
Oh.
You like this game.
It's very grindy. Let's be honest. It is...
Yes.
There's not that much to it.
This isn't my favorite game at all, don't get me wrong. I was disappointed because I felt the game was way too easy. I mean, literally, I couldn't die if I tried in that game. And I did try, and I couldn't die. So it's perfect for Hatter, and there lies the insult.
And now I leave. Goodbye. I'm gonna go out the door and leave.
But no, seriously, this game is one of the games that has the lowest specs when it comes to requirements.
Yeah.
It's actually able to be played in a web browser as well, but I prefer the Steam launcher option. Only requires 1 gig of RAM, very low video its requirements and CPU usage. It runs in Windows XP for Pete's sake.
It's pretty low spec.
It's low spec. The graphics are really good, in my opinion, for the game. I mean, considering that this is a free-to-play MMO, the graphics are pretty good for it. Is it a little pay-to-win? I would hardly say it's pay-to-win, depending on your definition of win. If your definition of win is skip ahead, then yes. But
yeah,
I mean, this game, truthfully, a game that I've been, this game here is, I think, is a game that even her computer could handle without a problem. I was hoping that I could name off Aura Kingdom, because that's a fun game. But especially with the updates that they've done. But wow, I'm hearing myself echo.
About time you heard your own voice.
But yeah, to wrap this up, I mean, City of Steam Arcadia is probably the best chance game that you have with, your low specs. I mean, it can play on my laptop, which is about the same specs as your laptop, so it should be able to handle that. Another game that you might be able to handle, and this is a game that we had some fun with as well, JoshNebb, was Path of Exile. I bet you remember that one.
Yes, it's quite a good game. We had a veteran help us through it a little bit. I think I got through 2 playthroughs.
I never finished it. That is my story with every game I've ever played! Something else comes along and I get distracted.
You are easily distracted, but that's okay.
Ooh, a pony!
We love you anyway.
Oh wait,
no,
what were we doing here?
Pigoo.
Pigoo.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon the pigoo.
Ah.
It is so cute, though. How can you not like the pigoo?
Quite easily. It's a representation of all that's wrong with this show.
There's nothing wrong with this show. Stop being a downer.
Anyways, but yeah, so those are 2 games that I think you stand a good chance at being able to run that are actually pretty fun.
Okay.
I mean, City of Steam, it's mostly the environment. Path of Exile, it's actually kind of... you can die in that game. It's got some good combat. I just don't like the lack of customization in it. I was disappointed that I couldn't add Portal Knights to the list, because that would be fun to do a Let's Play with you 2 and that. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh
We'll just have to do something eventually.
There is another game. I was trying to remember. There is one more game that I can add here for this challenge, and that's Sven.
Sven, I don't think I've heard of that one.
You probably haven't, and I'll tell you about it. So, you've never played Half-Life, have you, JoshNebb?
No.
That's okay. It's actually, the full name is actually Sven Co-op, and what Sven Co-op is you're actually, it's pretty much a recreation of Half-Life, but it's co-op. You can have play with, I forget how many players max, but it's quite a good number. And you can play the entire Half-Life game in co-op with it. It's more difficult, and there's other game aspects to it as well. It's not just that. Minimum requirements is 1 GHz single-core processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, 64 megabit video card capable of using OpenGL 2.1, yada yada yada. Very low spec game. Even the recommended specs you have, Hatter. So this game here is a fun, Half-Life game, essentially. It's Half-Life, a little bit more challenging because it's meant for co-op, but it's not just essentially Half-Life. There is, if you will, other games in it as well.
I think it's time we asked Hatter if she's played Half-Life.
No.
I highly doubt she has.
Okay.
I'm the only one of us here who's played Half-Life. I recommend that. It is definitely an older game, but I think that would also be, good. And all of these are free. That's the best part. Each one of these games that I listed is free. It's no charge. So, that was my goal, is no cost, very low system requirement, actually a fun game.
Okay, I guess it's on to my little segment. I'm gonna call this Quiz Corner.
Oh no. Be afraid.
I know, it's got all
Be
the
very
corners.
afraid.
Oh yeah.
Alright, well, I assume we have to take the quiz ourselves, so if there's any links, send them now.
No. Everybody, either pull out like your phone or go on your computer right now. I can see all of you have a laptop in front of you. Open up a music or media player of some sort, and hit shuffle on that. Now, this is called Music Shuffle. If you haven't heard of this, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna cut it down. It's usually like 25 questions, but we're gonna do just about 5. And basically the rule of it is for each question I ask, you hit shuffle, and you read me the song title and the band of the song you get.
Oh,
Hopefully you've got a large enough library.
I highly doubt I do have a large enough library, because I mostly just use, like, Pandora and stuff.
Well, open up Pandora, that's fine. Just any music you like would be good.
Even that won't work for your purpose here, but I'll give this my best shot with what I do have. I'll technically use 2 different media libraries here, essentially. So
that
give me
was
a second.
fine.
Just 1 second.
But in the meantime, I'm going to let you prep, and
Alright,
basically I'm just going to ask you 5 different questions, and no matter how stupid the song title and the band sounds, somebody's having fun. Please say them, and they should be fun. Hopefully it'll be kind of enjoyable.
Okay.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Okay. This one's actually going to be kind of funny, I think, right away with the first one. I've already shuffled it, so let's hear what the question is.
I don't have anything to shuffle, so I'm just going to randomly pick songs from my memory, because I have nothing to do this with. Sorry.
That's okay.
Hatter, in your just to make sure, in your Mind MP3 player, that's an MMP3 player. You don't have any Justin Bieber, right?
Oh, please no.
Okay, good. Just checking.
No.
Okay.
Let's do this.
She's motivated now. I know how to get people motivated.
Yes, MMP3. Here we go.
I'm going to MMP3 it.
I have to. I have nothing else that'll do that on me right now. So it's like
That's okay. As long as you have an answer, we should be good.
Yeah.
And hopefully this will either say something about...
One last thing before we start here. JoshNebb, you really didn't think about who you're dealing with here for this quiz. This does not apply to us very easily.
This will be fun.
We're having to go out on a limb here. This may work for the common person, but...
This is fun. I do invite other people to play this game with us. You can find the quiz at... well, we're playing a specific one, but you're more than welcome to play along with us. Everybody, please hit shuffle and I'll read a question.
Okay, go for it. Mind shuffling. We're doing it.
Okay, mind
It's like a slot machine.
Yeah, it's just like...
Question number 1. If someone stole your favorite food out from under you, what would you yell out of anger at them?
This works, actually. This works in a sense. Oh. Do you want me to go first, or...?
Oh,
go
please
for it.
do.
Bawitadaba.
Howard-Tadaba.
Bawitadaba.
Okay.
Bawitdaba. You've probably heard this song before. It's by Kid Rock. It's actually part of my playlist for The Division.
Okay then. On to the next. Hatter.
Hatter.
How about, I don't know, Stop in the Name of Love?
Oh, that's funnier than mine. I'll give her that one. I think if this was a competition, point goes to her right there.
Okay, this is now a competition. Point.
This is a competition.
Yeah, this is.
I'm at a disadvantage though. Can I get like 5 extra points though as a disadvantage score because I don't get to use Mind
It's only
MP3?
5 questions!
Nope. So, 5 points to Hatter.
Oh,
5 points.
Yes,
That was by
each question
the
is 5
Supremes,
points.
in
It's
case
okay.
anyone doesn't
Why not
know
just
that.
make each question 1 point?
That's no fun. Okay.
His questions, his rules.
Yes, and actually, I do have an answer.
They're like
for
some
this
of the
one.
instructors I've had. Okay, keep going.
I actually, I'm playing this game with you guys, so
What'd you come
my
up with?
answer is Feed Me, which is from the Little Shop of Horrors movie.
Yeah, okay.
Which, it's okay. It's not the best. Okay, hit shuffle, everyone. Mind shuffle.
Mind shuffle.
Now, question number 2. What is the best movie of all time? And let's do this in the same order if we can.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Alright, this one's kind of funny.
Okay.
It's not... Alright, I say kind of funny, but only because I know what this was used for. Iron. That's the name of the song, and it's by Woodkid. Yeah, it's
Iron
a lot of his work was used for the Assassin's Creed games,
Oh, okay.
for the trailers and stuff, including this song. So that's why it's kind of funny. 'Cause, yeah.
I got nothing.
You've got nothing. You don't have any music?
I have nothing that was.
Disqualified.
No,
Disqualified.
okay, no.
See, I'm at a disadvantage. She thinks about it. She thinks about it.
Oh, I don't have a machine that just pulls up random songs for me. That's, I could say anything. I could say money, or I could say,
Please do. Please, let's
Stop in the name of love.
yeah. See,
I
that,
liked the first one. Just, it doesn't matter how stupid it is.
yes.
Please, go ahead.
Alright, the question was best
Oh,
song,
Best
right?
movie of all time.
Best movie of all time. We're gonna go with, Hello, Dolly.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if they did make a movie off of that, but
Hello.
Yes,
Dolly.
they did.
I thought they did.
Yes, they did.
It sounds interesting. I'm kind of surprised that yours are very on key.
Oh, she's using Mind
That's mine.
MP3.
Yes.
Well, then you use Mind MP3. Everyone uses Mind MP3. I don't have an MP3. I don't have an iPod. My phone has no music on it, so boom. I am a
That's
loser when it
okay.
comes to this subject.
It's-
Hey, as I said, I don't have much on mine. As I said, JoshNebb, this doesn't work for us.
I know, but I'm still having fun.
We're the weirdos of our generation.
Vote on this one, I think, though. So I guess mine is Closer by Joe Inouye, and I'm a little bit in
Give it to
between
the
on
wolf.
who wins this round.
Give it to the wolf. Make him happy. Give it to
I
the
think
wolf.
we'll just call this a scratch. We'll call this a scratch.
Okay, since none of them were very good. Okay, on to question number 3. We're on 500. Hatter in first. So,
Hatter's taking an early
What is-
lead. They're coming into the third.
yes. And she's running the band. What is a good song to kill to?
This is actually a really good one that just came up. Oh, this works because it was used in one of the most iconic scenes of a very good movie, may I add. House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
great one. Okay.
And I think you know what movie I'm talking to.
Yeah, I do know
Yes,
what talking.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the name off the top of my head, though.
I don't either, but that was a good movie. That's where they were, that's where, the mafia was killing off all those who, knew so they couldn't blab at the trial.
Please, listeners, if you do know the movie, please comment. We would like to know it.
I'll probably know it by then.
Okay. Onto our Mind song player.
We both reached for the gun by Chicago. The movie Chicago.
Okay, that's actually really good as well.
This might be a tie so far. Let's see if it's a freeway tie.
Okay.
Yeah, pick
so
a good one.
Mine is
Mr. Nebb.
1985 by Bowling for Soup.
1985.
Yeah.
Murder.
If you watch the music video, that kind of
it
works.
That works.
Yours is probably the funniest, but are we
Yeah.
going for... I think... I don't know if we can give you the point for that.
Can we do a three-way tie? Because they were all really good options.
Oh, I
We'll
guess
give
we
you
could
the fu-
give
we'll give the
everyone,
free-
a point then.
We'll give it the freeway tie simply because that was a funny one
Okay.
to pop up.
So we are at 5 to Hatter and 10 to Hatter and 5 to Wolf and myself.
You have 2 questions to beat me. But
Yes,
you
we have 2
can't.
questions. Next question.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Ready your roulette.
Okay, I'll just
What
roll
is
my
your
mind.
theme song?
What is it?
Oh, wow.
Theme songs.
Theme songs.
You
Yes.
two are in trouble.
Okay, go ahead.
This round goes to me. Because, by coincidence, the song that has popped up is 7 Days to the Wolves by Nightwish.
Okay,
You're
that is quite a
done.
coincidence.
You stand no chance.
I don't know what that song is, but okay.
It's actually
got
pretty
wolves in
good.
it. It's pretty much
It's
the
got
same
wolves
song
in it.
anyway.
I don't got anything.
You don't have anything. Hit the roulette button.
My brain does not have
Roulette.
It does. Hit it. Hit it harder. You got
Okay,
this.
how about harder, better, faster, stronger?
That's actually pretty good as well.
Mm.
Okay.
We're waiting for
and
JoshNebbs.
Mine is Comic Shop by Kirby Crackle.
Okay.
You're getting all the funny ones.
Yeah,
These
he has
are
funny options.
this is music I like a lot, so it kind of.
No, he's actually using his actual thing.
Yeah,
I
I
know
am.
all these songs are on his actual one.
Hey, it's
I
on
know-
mine too.
These are the songs that I listen to consistently.
About the same.
I think mine's pretty rubbish on this one though. Would you like to call it a tie between the two of you?
Oh, give it to the wolf. I want to make this last question the real tiebreaker.
Unless it's a tie. Then we'll have to come up with like an overtime question.
Okay. We'll make it a tie. And everybody ready?
I'm already looking.
The little random buttons.
Yeah, okay, let
The
me just
little
roll
random
my
buttons.
eyes.
Please roll your eyes.
Looks like she's having a seizure.
Oh no! Okay.
Or a scene from
This-
a Tim Burton movie.
Hey, Tim Burton movies are the bomb, okay? They're the best. You do not beat them, they are the best. Okay, what's your last question?
Okay. What is your favorite bedtime story?
Oh god. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay,
re-roll
got it.
because of specific reason.
Okay.
I got it. We're good. My shuffle is ready.
I am shuffled.
Okay, you guys shuffled?
Oh no, he's got a good one.
As do I.
And I forgot to mention this question is for all the monies.
All the monies.
All the monies.
No, that's not fair to because that means you can collect.
Yes, exactly. No, I'm kidding.
No, no,
Come on.
no,
This
no,
last
no,
one's
no,
for
no.
5, just like all the rest.
Come on.
Alright.
Go ahead.
You're gonna laugh about this one. A little less conversation, Elvis Presley.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
That's my favorite bedtime story, apparently.
Little less conversation.
You just
That's
slap
good.
the child and say a little less conversation.
Little
A
more.
little more action, please. Now it's starting to get a little less PG rated.
Oh, I love that song. Such a good song.
Call the police!
Daddy's abusive. Okay, on to Hatter.
The devil went down to Georgia.
Okay. Well, that's also quite good. I lose automatically. It's kind of sad, but I do. Mine is Space Unicorn.
I don't know, I'm tempted to give you that one just for the heck of that.
By Perry Grip.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Mine's
There you go.
actually got a unicorn in it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So, who should win this one?
I don't know, that's kind of a hard one. I mean...
I do have one more question if you want to call it a tie. And we'll just do a tiebreaker.
I will
Well-
not lose to the wolf.
I think we're gonna need that tiebreaker, because it wasn't exactly a clear winner there. I mean, they
No.
both were good, but they weren't great, was the issue. I'd say you get that round, truthfully. And wouldn't that put it into a three-way tie? So then it's a true tiebreaker.
Okay.
I don't think you guys are keeping the score correctly, but yes, let's say
No,
it's a three-way
no,
No,
tie.
it's 10,
We're having
10...
fun. 15. That's okay.
But
Hang on,
we
I
shall
don't
say
know.
it's a tie. It's all good. Let's do it. This'll
Listening
be
back, we'll have him dub it in. It's
Uh-huh.
okay.
okay.
I don't we'll have to double check for the actual results. They'll have like a little scoreboard or something, I don't know.
Okay. So. Everybody ready?
Yep. One more question.
Everybody
Let's do this.
hit the relay button.
Okay, let me relay my brain. Woo!
Yay!
Shouldn't be that happy about this.
Okay. How will people remember you when you're dead and gone?
Oh wow, that's a great question. Alright, let's see what it comes up with. Oh.
Okay, I want to hear it now.
The song, and I know you probably haven't heard this one before, but the song is "The Death of the Cog" by "The Cog Is Dead."
Okay, yes, I have heard this one.
Okay, so you have heard that one, so you know what it's about. So in a sense, that actually is like a perfect one for that question.
It
Wow.
does suit you very, very well. Okay. On to Hatter.
Okay, well, remember, it'll be... I don't know, She-Wolf by Shakira? I got nothing.
That's kind of disturbing, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
At-
Well.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see what you can come up with there.
Mine's, Tasteless by Ken Ashkar.
Okay, that's the winner. Right
Um,
there.
Whoops. I'll leave this one up to you guys. Who do you think won?
You. Definitely you.
Oh my gosh! First time!
Simply with that one right there, I'd say, because that's perfect. Tasteless. Yep.
Oh god.
That sums it up. I've seen your buildings in Minecraft.
Thank you very much.
So, my question for this week on Cat's Anime Corner is...
I still have to come up with a jingle for that.
I know, I need to have like an opening
Cat's
sound.
Anime Corner!
Da 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 da. Okay, yeah.
Hey!
Okay.
You need a good hey in there. And some jazz hands. We need some jazz hands.
Yeah, we need to animate the jazz hands. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Too much work. The wolf is lazy. I won't deny it.
What
Alright.
anime was the most disappointingly ended?
Oh!
Like, which one when it ended was the most
Oh
disappointing?
boy, there's a lot on that list.
No, but like, which one was the most disappointing that you still would talk about, like, to this day? Like, and
That
I'm not
I still
saying...
complain about?
Yeah, it has to be an anime. I'm not talking about, like, in the manga, like, you know how an anime ends and the manga continues and they have a different, better ending? I'm talking how an anime ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I know what
if
you're
it ended
talking.
because they stopped making it, or they ended because they wanted to end it, or something happened.
For example, in the
most disappointing.
for whatever reason, for example, maybe in the actual story they all live, but in the anime they killed off all the characters because of whatever reason the
Yeah.
DVDs weren't selling
Different
well or something.
reasons. If
Yeah.
there's a different, whatever reason made you
So
dislike
by
that
disappointed,
ending the worst.
is it more so disappointment out of anger, or is it disappointment out of saddening? If that makes any sense. I mean, is it more so a disappointment in, it could have been better, or is it more of a passionate disappointment?
I would go with more of the rage side because it's more.
I'm just shuffling papers trying to figure out mine.
I think the rage side would be a bit more like it got to you more. Like something happened that made you mad that's how it ended. Not, oh, that's really sad, or I can't believe it's over, like sadness. It's more, I can't believe they did that kind of rage. That's what I want. That's that type of one. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I understand.
It's more so an issue of, oh shoot, which one do I select? Because there's kind of a couple. I'm sure I'm gonna go through my list here really quickly of the ones that I actually took the time to, kind of publish, if you will.
Let's just cut way far ahead so people can, skip the waffling while we figure out what we're looking for.
We're gonna do some video. We're gonna do some editing magic here. Ready? The power of magic, huh?
By the power of Grayskull! Okay.
By the power of bacon!
Bacon!
A bacon eating contest. Every time bacon is said, you have to eat a piece of bacon.
No, that's killing bacon!
Not our bacon!
It's not that bacon. Okay. It's a different bacon. It's someone else's bacon you're eating. Oh gosh, that's awful.
We're not gonna roast this bacon to make bacon. We're just gonna... We're gonna mention others should eat bacon, just not our bacon.
Don't eat my bacon.
Don't eat my bacon.
Anyway, all right. Since Hatter, you get to start this off, since you've threw this at us.
All right, fine. Since I threw it at you, I will begin. My number one, because I'm gonna do two, but my number one.
Yeah, we've all agreed to up it to 2, since we're very passionate on this.
Very passionate.
My number one, most disappointed, hated ending for an anime was Death Note. I hated that ending.
I can kind of see that actually.
Spoiler alert! If anyone hasn't seen Death Note, don't watch this next little section.
I think this entire thing should be spoiler alert because we're going to be talking about anime.
Endings, yeah. Anime.
Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Alright, there we go. Alright, it's
and
already up.
I think you need to give a description of the show, because I know I haven't actually watched the end.
Well,
so
really quickly, spoiler alert, Harry Potter is a wizard.
There you
You're
go.
a wizard, Harry!
Okay, so...
Now that we got the spoilers out of the way.
So the premise of the show is this young man, like high school, college student, I can't remember which one he is, Light, ends up getting this death book from a Shinigami, or a death god. And with this book, if he writes a person's name in it, and he can see the face or imagine the face or link it to a person, or that person will die within 30 seconds unless he gives a description of how they're gonna die. So he goes on this bender to kill off all the bad people in the world, and it just turns into this big warped who's really evil, who really deserves to die thing. This super detective guy, online crazy super genius guru guy, L, is trying to track him down because no person should have that ability to do that, so he wants to stop him. And it's basically a back and forth because they know each other, of trying to figure it out and also trying to hide it from one another, of who they are and all that stuff. It's this weird cat and mouse game where one person knows that the other is after him, like Light knows that L's after him, but L doesn't know it's Light until the end. The spoiler alert on it is L is killed. And that's where they should have ended the series. That's where it should have ended. He died, the search is over, and all things come down to a horrible thing. They should have killed Light and then... killed L and then killed Light. That's how it should have been. What they did, and I hate this, is they said, no, let's bring in another character that's almost like L, but not exactly like L. Yeah, it's not L. And try to make the fan base love him, but you hate him and you want him to die. It worked terribly, and it just...
We're gonna kill off the character, clone him, and essentially bring in the clone. We're gonna kill him, bring him back to life, it's in another form, and go from there.
Yes, and it didn't work. It wasn't good. You had no connection to the character, and you didn't want to see him get light. You didn't want to see him get light at all. You wanted him to fail. You wanted him to die. You just didn't like him. I'm sorry if anyone did like him. I hated it. It was awful. My runner-up, would be the ending of Blue Exorcist, probably.
Yeah. I'll agree on that point as well.
I have to ask a question. Are you including the,
Not
I
the
guess
movie.
You're not including the OVA or any of the movies?
No, because when I had finished watching it, there was no OVAs or movies yet, so I'm taking this from that point. I know there is things to end it now properly or continue it or whatever they're doing. I haven't seen them yet. I'm bad. But that I had only seen at the series of the animated series finale of the TV show little series, where they reveal, spoiler alert, that the brother is also a demon. He comes into his full ability, and then they end it. It's like, no, there's so much you could do there. There's so much that needs to be, figured out. There's a lot. Too.
There's a little. It starts really a little bit before that when they started going off the rails.
There's the actual true reveal where everyone else knows now. It's not just him hiding. Everyone knows. There's the whole scene with. I know he fought against Satan, but you can't really defeat Satan, so there's gonna be more to that. What about the school afterwards? What about Mephisto? What about the girls? What about his brother? All of it put together. There's so much that needed to be touched on, and none of it was able.
Plus,
to
they
be
could have
done.
dragged it out a bit further before even considering the end. That's what kind of got me with this. You're jumping straight into. You're kind of starting it a little bit early here, and actually, that makes me think of another show that I have to think about now. Oh,
but I mean. It just did it in such a way. It was so rushed. It was so quick and over, and then there was no conclusion to anything else. None of the other questions, none of the other stuff they've been building up the entire series long. There's no other answer other than, yep, he's full demon now.
Well,
end of series. It's
this kind of brings me to something I was thinking about just the other day. I think we're all going to have kind of shows where this happened to, but there's just they create so many of these shows. All right. But what ends up happening is, due to it's due to people's budgets and all that stuff. First of all, they have very horrible metrics for determining whether a show is successful or not, in my opinion. But
they do.
That aside, they have so many of them out there that they don't properly give them the the love and tender care that the show needs to be successful. In a sense, if it's not a huge hit right away, it's gonna die, and they're gonna kill it off in a horrible way, and that's why there's so many shows that have such lousy endings. The show is good, it can be great, but they make it lousy.
Or what'll happen is halfway through, a producer or a writer or something will stop, and they'll get someone else to do it, and the way they do it is nothing like the original. It's just not the same, and it loses all of its fan base.
It feels like a reboot.
Yeah. It loses all the good things about it that you liked in the first place, and then you stop watching it, and it gets canceled, and it's that makes sense, but at the same time, it's not fair to that show, or to that fan base, or to anything on that sense.
I mean, right now, I'm looking at my list, and I'm going through it, and I'm going, this show ended prematurely, and there was a whole lot more of a great story to it. This show ended early, there was a whole much better, there was more to it. And the ending sucked. This show ended early, and the ending sucked. I'm going through and
that's why I did not like that. That ended in a way that was way too premature, It just wrapped up one story arc rather than all the story arcs. It just wrapped up one in an entire series of 1,000 story arcs. It's you can't do that and then just be like, that's it. And then 2 years later be like, oh, we're gonna make an OVA for you. Don't worry about it. It's no. That's not how it works. You gave us 2 years of turmoil about this. You can't do that, So
the only thing worse than a show ending prematurely, or I should say, the only thing worse than a show and them stopping production and not having a conclusion is when they fit in a lousy conclusion.
I'd rather have it just be stopped where it is, where someday it could be continued, rather than to wrap them up in a terrible way.
Yeah, I've got 2 shows right now that I've been, kind of watching. I've watched them, and I'm waiting to see, okay, when is season 3, for example, coming out? Is there going to be a season 3? And I don't know. I mean, there probably will be, because one of them for sure was good, and the other is actually going on to season 2 and stuff, but I don't know if it is going on or not. I'm not going to name them to, cause any speculation. But, that's my fear, is that, okay, we'll come out with an OVA to end it, and it's going to be lousy.
Yes.
Anyway,
let's move on to someone else.
If I can just say one thing.
Oh, certainly.
I'm kind of afraid of where this is gonna go, just because, let's be honest, a lot of shows end in disappointing ways. I don't mean to justify it, but at the same time, I don't remember how many episodes of Blue Exorcist there were. Maybe you do.
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, shoot.
It was more than like a 12 episode arc, right?
Well, yeah,
Somewhere.
12 episode arcs are rather unusual, though, in a sense.
No, they're actually the most common.
Not
I
in
can
my
say that
experience.
I've got a list of over like 400, like 90% are 12
I'm
episodes.
gonna look it up here.
But at least in my experience, I should say. And a lot of the time, studios, from what I've seen, end up having to rush the ending just because they are on a huge time constraint, and suddenly it's the day before it's due, and different things. I don't mean to justify...
Blue
yeah,
Exorcist
no,
was
there's
25
really-
episodes,
Okay.
and then the OVA.
Yeah, I can't say that. I really did enjoy the Blue Exorcist. I thought
And
they
then there's
wrapped
the
it up
movie.
nicely. I do know they've got a new season coming out in 2017,
Finally,
which I'm
it's
very
back,
much
so
looking forward to.
I might be happier in a couple of months here when this new season comes out about it, but...
If Hatter ain't happy, nobody's happy.
Exactly, thank you. Someone gets it.
Except
But-
for Black Wolf, he's fine still.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Anyway, that's
He
just
speaks in
those are
third
two
person.
those are the two that really just got to me.
Okay.
I can't believe they did that. Anyway, someone else tell me theirs, please.
Yeah, JoshNebb, why don't you go next?
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with a major disappointment. Now,
Please do.
I'm sure everybody has heard of Cowboy Bebop,
Oh,
Yeah.
never watched it.
and
Yeah.
I'm not.
I
gonna
couldn't
talk
bring
about
myself
that.
to it.
I
I get
absolutely
it.
love Cowboy Bebop. It is the first one I ever watched. It's got fond memories for me, and nobody's gonna crush it. It met
won't
its
try
own
to.
disastrous
Crush
fate
it.
due to
Okay.
the times and different things, but the same studio came back and tried to do something along the same lines, or similar, like, I think it was 2 years ago. And I don't know if either of you have heard of this. I hope you have. It's called Space Dandy.
No!
It
No!
is
Not the dandy!
not...
I think we got our episode title right there. Not the dandy.
We are not to speak of that.
I was wondering what we were gonna call this episode, and then she had her to the rescue again.
Not the dandy. I was so excited for that show, and then it was just so bad.
Yeah, it got a age rating on it for a reason, and it just did not hold up to the same expectations the audience had.
It wasn't
I-
fine and dandy.
I was super excited. I was super excited. Sorry, I'm gonna take over for a second. I was
Please
so
do.
super excited. They had it on Adult Swim, and I'm like, yeah, this is a new one. They were doing all these advertisements and the voicing, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. I watched an episode, I was like, maybe it'll build up in, episode 3. By episode 3, I wanted to strangle Dandy. I hated it.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I was so mad.
And
I stopped.
I guess for the people who haven't actually watched this, I'll give a super short
would be
explanation.
me. I think you gave me it once, and it was your explanation that turned me off of it.
Space Dandy is basically this bounty hunter in space, and he, with his robot buddy, manages to tear the space-time continuum. So every episode is its own lone episode. So horrible things happen in each episode. They kind of just do a full reset, and it's not enjoyable. They don't have any plot or anything to it. It's just a major disappointment. Anything anybody else would like to say otherwise on it?
Didn't watch the original, if you will. Not watching that one.
Fair enough.
Moving on. I mean,
guess-
your description of Cowboy Bebop just really turned me off of
It's
it.
cowboys in space, okay?
And that's what did it. That's what did it. Okay, what's your second one? What's your
My
second
second
one?
one is Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay, I can see that one as well. I figured
And
some.
Have
would
either
bring
of you
that.
heard this one before? Watched it? Anything?
I didn't
No.
actually. I haven't watched it yet, if you will. It's kind of been hovering around on that possible watch list, but don't worry, I'm not afraid of spoilers with it, so go ahead and spoil it in a sense.
Okay, so basically it's about a Tokyo where ghouls, which are basically like zombies, take people, and a guy accidentally gets zombie parts inside him, so he's a half ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically about his life adjusting to being a ghoul, because ghouls can't do stuff humans can do.
Yeah, and they also have to eat. I'm trying to remember what the premises
human
of the
flesh.
show is. He has to technically. Yeah, that would be a hard adjustment. Let's
Yeah.
let's think about. Let's meditate on that for a second here.
Because he is still human.
Exactly.
So that's bad.
I mean yeah.
Made it on this list is it deviated so badly from the original manga, became very incoherent. I actually had to go through and read the manga to make sense of any of it, especially in season 2, mainly because they made things happen that didn't make any sense and didn't happen in the manga, and it just... There's like a 5-minute walking scene at the end. I'm not going to say anything more. I just really didn't enjoy it. But I guess that's all of our top 2 lists of what not to watch.
Well, for you two, I haven't even named mine yet.
Oh yeah, sorry. I just kind of...
I love how every time you two try and skip over me, I notice.
Is she even... Have her eyes just rolled back in her head? Is she okay?
She's MP3 shuffling.
Okay.
I'm just saying, sorry, my mic actually turned off for a second, my bad.
Why
But,
did you... No! We
Yeah.
wanted
I
to
might have the
hear you.
ability to turn it off from here. That's nice.
Oh no.
No, we need to not step over him, because I know you're scared of what his answers will be, but we can't step over him. He's a part of this.
He's the main part. He's the mixer. He'll make everything sound bad later if we
Alright.
skip him.
I guess... because there's so many shows that are disappointing, I've kind of got one here that I can talk about for sure. This was actually the first anime I saw. And... needless to say,
is
it left a bad
Dragon
taste.
Ball?
What?
Is it Dragon Ball? Is that totally disappointing for you?
No.
Oh.
Was never really interested in that one.
Blasphemy.
It's over!
I know, the anime community, because it's a classic. If you say anything against it, you're a horrible
Blasphemy.
person. Well, you know
Oh, no,
what?
it's okay.
I'm a horrible person. Okay. Moving on.
Anyway.
Although I can appreciate some of the humor that I see in day-to-day life about that. For example, someone created a segue to look like the cloud. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. No,
Yes, let's-
this one was a real
The Nimbus
disappointment
Cloud.
for me. In fact, someone spoiled it. And I'm glad they did, because that saved me from raging for 2 days straight, probably.
Okay, what is it?
This is what got me watching
Don't
it
say
here.
Attack on Titan.
No.
Okay,
No.
gosh. No. No.
Wolf's Reign.
Okay, of course.
I still gave it 3 stars,
Okay,
about
can we get a description?
3 years
'Cause I've never
later.
seen that.
because it was good up until the ending. Oh.
Super quick description.
Wolf's Reign is kind of set in an alternative universe where it's I say that, but it's actually somewhat historically based, where wolves are being hunted down and killed. However, these aren't your regular wolves. These wolves can actually turn into human form, and yeah, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that it's a wolf. It's just a normal person walking by, as far as you know. But basically, as they're being tracked down and hunted down and killed. But there's, as I said, it's been years since I watched this, so my description's going to be a little bit variant here. But there's like this kind of guide, if you will, to a better world. And let me tell you, this better world is basically them all dying. That sums it up.
Okay.
That's my quick summary of it. It was good. There was some great character development. And then you find out, okay, one of them is actually a spy / double agent. You don't like that one. You like this character and now you don't like it. And then they all just pretty much start to die. And death is pretty much, it's kind of an anime, death is the release. Which is kind of depressing. Because even the death release wasn't all that great, so I was just disappointed with that completely. I stopped watching when someone told me how it ends, and I'm glad they did tell me, because that was a horrible ending. Yeah. Oh. And the next... I was tempted to add this next... Well, one of these on my list here, but I decided not to, because the whole anime was bad. From my perspective, it started off good, and then it just went horrible. So the ending was actually good, for it being a horrible anime.
Because you're happy that it ended, yeah.
Sort of. I wished it would have made it better and then had a really good ending. If it had a really good ending, I would have watched it.
What was
it? So the real one I'm going to have here is my second. And I've given this a lot of thought, and this isn't just a plug. But Akame ga Kill. Because the ending...
He did it. He put it in there again.
Well, this one here is an honest, sincere point here.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
They basically... The rest of it, from my understanding, the rest of it wasn't written, alright? And they wanted to end the series. So they made up their own ending. And their own ending, in comparison to what has been created, if you will, absolutely sucks in comparison. It's just not... I mean, even the way one of the characters dies, just... You're left scratching your head saying... That doesn't even add up. In a sense.
Yeah.
The death is impossible. That's not how the human body works. That wouldn't have happened. So... Yeah, it was good on its own, but then when you learn that they kind of made it up haphazardly, it ruins the show. And that is why I won't let the show die.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. There was a lot of death in there anyway. A lot of unsatisfying death.
I know, the one character that everyone actually wanted to see die. Even the death wasn't gratifying enough.
Yeah. Sadly.
There was no justice. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. Unless anyone has anything to add.
I mean, I don't think you've put any posts on your blog, so I don't think I can read that this week.
Yeah, nothing on, no bonus. No bonus.
No bonus this week. Tune in next week for the good bonus. And
I'll have to come up with something.
It's time that we sing this sucker out.
We don't have to sing, do we? We're not gonna sing.
Thank you for watching the show. We were happy you were here. Now this song stings. And so will the rest of your evening.
Sorry.
Have a good one, everybody. Until
Bye, y'all.
next time.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
Ta-ta.
See you next time on the Shield and Dagger Podcast.